Okay, guys, I don't know if you've been watching the news. I don't watch the news, but I get things across my phone from time to time, health alerts and whatnot. But this coronavirus that they were saying started with snakes, probably maybe it started with bats or something else. But anyways, irregardless, there's been an AI computer model that has shown that this could become a serious epidemic if it's not controlled. So I'll just read you the article here. A medical staff member wearing protective clothing to help stop the spread of a deadly virus, which began in the city, is seen on an ambulance at the Wuhan Red Cross Hospital in Wuhan on January 25th, 2020. This Hector Rametal, AFP, via Getty Images. So other countries are evacuating the citizens from hit Wuhan. The U.S. government will be sending a charter flight to evacuate American citizens and its consular personnel out of Wuhan, the now locked down Chinese city where the deadly coronavirus outbreak first began, the State Department confirmed on Sunday. A limited number of private citizens will be able to board a single flight on January the 28th to leave Wuhan for San Francisco, according to Reuters. Those interested can contact the U.S. Embassy in Beijing with their personal information, the State Department said in an emailed statement. This capacity is extremely limited, and there is an insufficient ability to transport everyone who expresses interest. Priority will be given for individuals at a greater risk for coronavirus, said the statement. The official death toll has reached 56, while the number of infections climbed to more than 2,000, a more than 30-fold increase since Chinese authorities reported the virus' first victim 2 weeks ago. It has since spread to more than 12 countries and regions outside of China, causing 2 Americans to fall ill in Seattle and Chicago. The World Health Organization said it assesses the risk of this event to be very high in China, high at the regional level, and moderate at the global level. Wuhan, home to 11 million people, including around 1,000 U.S. citizens, was the first of 16 cities in China's central Hubei province that has effectively come under quarantine. Sorry, this phone keeps turning off. Currently, no buses, trains, or planes are going in and out of the city. Here we have a picture of Chinese health workers waiting to check the temperature of travelers entering a subway station during the Chinese New Year and Spring Festival in Beijing on the 25th. Photos circulating on Chinese social media showed Chinese officials inside Hubei and its nearby cities setting up roadblocks with bricks, rocks, and sand to prevent traffic flow. Excavators were mobilized on occasions to assist the effort. In one of them, a residential house in an unidentified village was sealed off with ropes. The red banner on the door read, "This household has migrants who came back from Wuhan. Please don't exchange visits." Charter flight. The United States has contracted a private transporter, and the consulate is reaching out to all it knows in order to fly them out, the Wall Street Journal reported. The plane can take about 230 people each time. The State Department has ordered all non-emergency personnel and family members to leave as of January the 23rd. According to its website, details of the evacuation are still being finalized and are subject to change. A spokesperson for the State Department told the Epoch Times on Saturday that the health and safety of U.S. citizens, including U.S. consulate workers in Wuhan, is its top priority. There are currently limited emergency services available to U.S. citizens across Hubei province. The full range of consular services, such as visa applications, remain available at the U.S. Embassy in Beijing and U.S. consulates in Chengdu, Guangzhou, Shanghai, and Shenzhen, according to spokesperson. The spokesperson also encouraged individuals to enroll in the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program to receive notifications and any health and security alerts on government plans. So I imagine you can just Google that or whatever search engine you use. The State Department has updated the travel alert to level 4, warning citizens not to travel to Hubei, while the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommend travelers to exercise caution when visiting other parts of China. At least 67 people from 22 U.S. states have been isolated for suspected pneumonia symptoms, including 4 in New York. A January 24th study by UK and US researchers says the coronavirus could infect as many as 250,000 in the city of Wuhan alone in less than 2 weeks' time. You know what that means? They're just talking about that one city. Other countries. Meanwhile, the Russian embassy is working with the Chinese authorities and moving their citizens from Wuhan and from Hubei province. George Urgarov, a press officer of Russian embassy in China, told Russian media RIA Novosti. He noted that there are no infections among Russian citizens, probably because it's too cold. Singapore's Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Saturday said they were in contact with 35 Singaporeans living in Wuhan City, and so far no one has reported illness. The country's health officials have identified 4 cases of infection. French automaker PSA, which manufactures Peugeot and Citroën brands, said on Saturday it will expatriate 38 employees from Wuhan. The Foreign Ministry of France has set up an emergency phone line for its nationals in China. The French foreign minister said on January the 25th that they are working with the Chinese side to set up a bus service allowing French citizens to leave Wuhan. 2 of 3 Chinese nationals carrying the coronavirus arrived in France without showing any immediate symptoms, according to officials. Jordan's King Abdullah II has also directed the evacuation of Jordanians from Wuhan as soon as possible. According to Jordan's Petrostate news agency, a plane is being organized for their extraction. The Australian government has also said in its discussions with Chinese authorities to extract citizens from coronavirus-affected areas, local media reported. So that is it, but there is so many articles here, as you can see, and who knows what's going to happen with this, but I'd be very careful about traveling, especially overseas, and obviously it seems there's a lot of different there's earthquakes and everything going on. But anyways, I would be very careful in going anywhere, and the fact that they're evacuating everybody and then sending them back to their own countries, probably not the best idea. To be spreading, to be putting all these people on planes and bringing them to all different countries. Sounds like a really bad plan to me. But whatever. That's just what they're going to do. So, you have to protect your own at this point, because who knows how this is going to be. Now, the people that are going to be most affected by this, of course, are the older people and younger people who are immunocompromised. So, any babies being born, especially those ones that are having circumcisions, your skin is your number one line of defense against disease. And the stresses caused in childbirth and then circumcision, especially like that, now you're opening yourself up to all these diseases. But anyways, the point is, protect yourself, stay the hell away from people that you don't need to be with. If you got to go to the city, make sure you're watching out for yourself. That's all I can say, I guess. And I don't know what else to say. It's who knows what's going to happen, of course. But I just wanted to read that to you folks this morning here, and just so that you're more informed than you might have been before had you not read this article. Peace, love, and light be with you, and protect you and your family. Ultimately, it comes down to watching out for yourself and those people you can see around you, because you can't save the whole world by yourself. So yeah, just take care of yourselves, and peace out, guys.